participants in the last 3 years. The technology arm of Goyal Brothers Prakashan. Bright Tutee provides online digital learning content for the K-12 level in a variety of languages for more than 20 educational boards in all of the major subjects.
With this video, I welcome all of you and I welcome our speaker for the day today, Mr. Kishore Singh. So, Mr. Kishore Singh is a subject matter expert for accountancy. So, sir, the platform is all yours now. You can start your presentation and begin with the webinar. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome all the students. Myself Kishore Chauhan. I am a PGT accountancy teacher and I am right now from Gujarat. On this webinar, I welcome all the students from all over the country and from the different schools. Today, dear students, we are going to conduct this webinar, how to prepare for 12th exam, term 2, and how to score 95 plus marks, means maximum marks in the accountancy, and which are the important topics which should be taken care during this term 2 exam. Now you all are aware about the syllabus of this term 2 exam. So in this session, what we will do, first of all, I will discuss about the syllabus. We will also discuss about the paper style given by the CBSE and importance of each chapter and which are the important topics. And we will also discuss about the steps to be taken or care to be taken during the examination hall. Now we have very few days left. As you all know, your accountancy paper would be on the 23rd of May. So around we have only 1 month period now. So let us begin the session. First of all, you can see here on the screen, syllabus for term 2 is given here and the marks are given. We have total 6 chapters. First one is the accounting for not-for-profit organization and its weightage is of 10 marks. Second is accounting for partnership firm, weightage is 12 marks and it covers retirement and death of a partner and dissolution of a partnership firm. Third one is company account, in that we have the accounting for debentures and its weightage is 8 marks. And we have part B, analysis of So
your presentation is not visible now.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir, now it is visible.
Okay. So in part B, we have financial statement of a company. In that we have to prepare comparative and common sense statement and cash flow statement, weightage is 10 marks. So dear students, here you can see maximum marks are from accounting for partnership firm, 12 marks, and in that we have to cover retirement and death of a partner and dissolution of a partnership firm. So this is all about weightage of each chapter in this term 2 exam. If you wish, you can take the screenshot of this. It will be useful to you. Now, let us make the analysis of the sample paper issued by the CBSE board this year for this term 2 exam. Here you can see the allocation of marks is given. This year in term 2, you will be asked the question, 3 types of question: 2 marks question, 3 marks question, and 5 mark questions. Now see, if we talk about a not-for-profit organization, in that you will get 1 question of 2 marks, 1 question of 3 marks, and in that there would be IC. IC means here internal choice, means you will get internal option. From the not-for-profit organization only, you will be asked 2 questions in OR. So any 1 question you have to attempt. and one question would be of 5 marks. So total 3 questions, but you have to attempt only 2. And the weightage of this chapter is 10 marks.
Sir, your slides are not moving.
Yes, sir. The slides are not changing. It is the same slide. Have you pressed F5, sir?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Is it moving now?
No, sir. Sir, you can do manually also. If you're not able to do it from there, you can manually change the slide
Okay.
instead of beginning from there.
Can you see this slide now?
Sir, only the first slide. Still the first slide is only visible.
Before it was seen, sir, but now we are seeing only the first one. Second slide we are not seeing.
Is it written analysis of marks CBSE at
No,
the top?
sir.
No, sir. Only the first slide is
Webinar.
visible. Webinar on how to prepare for the semester or term 2. Now only that slide is visible still.
1 minute, 1 minute.
So you can do it manually. You can just simply click on the
each-
side.
Yes. You just present it, sir. Then you can click on manually on each slide so that we will see.
Yes, sir. Can you please tell me now?
Sir, the first screen is visible. Can you change the screen?
Now?
Yeah, now it's visible, sir.
Okay.
Now we can see the syllabus part. The
Okay.
syllabus slide is visible to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now third
Yeah,
slide.
now
is-
the analysis slide is visible. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry for the disturbance, students. We were discussing about analysis of the CBSE sample paper issued for the term 2. Here you can see in not-for-profit organization, you would be asked total 3 questions. 1 question would be of 2 marks, and in 3 marks, you will be given internal choice, and in 5 marks, there is 1 question. In the retirement of death, there would be only 1 question of 2 marks. And in the dissolution of partnership firm, there would be 1 question of 2 marks. And you can see in the 5 marks, there is a 1 question. 1 would be from the retirement and 1 would be from the dissolution. So there would be the internal choice. Try to understand this. In retirement and dissolution of partnership firm, you will be asked 2 questions, 1 from the dissolution and 1 from the retirement, and there would be the internal choice. That means you have to select any 1 question. If we talk about the death of a partner, in that you have to attempt only and only 1 question, and that would be of 3 marks. Similarly, issue of debenture. In issue of debenture, 1 question would be of 3 marks, but there would be the internal choice. That means you will be given 2 questions of the issue of debenture. Any one you have to attempt. There would be or in between. Now this year, CBSE has also started case-based question. So 1 question of 5 marks you will be given from the issue of debenture, and that would be the case-based. Now many students are worried about what is the case-based question. So actually you have not to worry. Whatever topics you have been taught in the chapter issue of debenture, that will only come but it would be given in the case form. One paragraph would be given and different questions would be asked below that. So it will become a case-like question. That is very simple. So here you can see in the issue of debenture, one question would be of 3 marks and one question would be of 5 marks. So total 2 questions. If we talk about part 2, so in part 2, dear students, you have very good chances of scoring more marks in the comparative and common size statement. One question of 3 marks will be asked and there would be the internal choice. It may be possible that they may ask you one question of comparative statement and one question of common size, and there would be or in between. You have to attempt any one. So you have to prepare comparative statement of profit and loss, comparative statement of balance sheet, and common size statement of profit and loss, and common size statement of balance sheet. And it is only calculative part, very simple, very easily you can score 3 marks in this. And the last is cash flow statement. Till now, CBSE was asking cash flow statement in 6 marks, but this year they will ask only in 5 marks. So you can see cash flow statement, we have one question of 2 marks and one question of 5 marks. So in this way, total 2 questions you will get. So this was the analysis of the sample paper issued by the CBSE. You can see the maximum marks also and weightage of each chapter. Now, dear student, we have very clear picture here. In examination hall, you have 2 hours. You will be given only 12 questions with the internal option. Internal choice would be there. And question would be of the 40 marks. See this analysis of the question paper. You have to attempt 4 questions of 2 marks. So total 8 marks. 4 questions would be of 5 marks, total 20 marks, and 4 questions would be of 3 marks, so 12 marks. So in this way, 8 plus 20 plus 12, total would be the 40. And this you have to attempt in 2 hours. So your time management becomes a very important part during this term 2 exam. In the term 1, you have attempted only the MCQ based questions, objective type questions. Now this time you have to put in writing. So subjective type of questions will be asked. So you have to take extreme care in managing the time. So here you can see the picture is very clear. 4, 4, 4. Total 12 questions would be there. 2 marks, 5 marks, and 3 marks. Now before we go, let us first discuss which topics are deleted this year from the syllabus of the accountancy. And if you are preparing these topics, kindly do not revise them because they are not in syllabus. I'm talking about all the chapters. You can see the first chapter is not for profit organization, in that there is no deduction. That means you have to prepare everything. Second chapter, you can see there is a maximum deduction by the CBSE. Retirement and death of a partner. In that, you have not to prepare adjustment of capital accounts. You have not to prepare loan account of the retiring partner. And this is partner's capital account and this is partner's executor's account. These things are deleted this year. You can take the screenshot of this. Do not prepare these topics from the retirement and death. In the dissolution of partnership firm, nothing is deducted. Everything you have to prepare. And maximum deduction is from the accounting from debentures. Actually, this debenture chapter is divided into the 2 parts: issue of debenture and redemption of debenture. This year, CBSE has totally reduced this, and you have not to prepare redemption of debenture. Only meaning you have to remember. Only meaning of the redemption of debenture. All the methods of redemption and all the provisions like debenture redemption reserve, debenture redemption investment, that is not in syllabus. So please do not revise them. Only you have to prepare issue of debenture, not redemption of debenture. If we talk about comparative and common size statement and cash flow statement, then there is no deduction. So please take care of this second chapter and 4th chapter. So this is about the deduction. Now we will discuss about the likely questions from each chapter. Let us first discuss about the not-for-profit organization. As you are aware, from this, one question would be of the 2 marks, one question would be of 3 marks, and there would be the internal choice. Now see, in 2 and 3 marks, which topic are very important. So dear student, for 2 marks, you have to prepare meaning of NPO and any 2 or 3 features of NPO. And all the accounting terms which are coming in this chapter. Sorry, there is a printing mistake. It is accounting terms. And difference between income and expenditure account and receipt and payment account. It can be asked in 2 or 3 marks. Income and expenditure account and profit and loss account. It can be also asked in 2 or 3 marks. So you have to prepare this theoretical portion. If we talk about the calculative part, then keep in writing 100%. Here the red portion which you are seeing, you will get 2 exercise in internal choice. Either they will ask you calculation of cost of consumable items, or they can ask you preparation of the subscription account. An exercise on the fund-based accounting. These are the 3 important topics from this chapter. 100% you will get any one of this, or maybe 2, because there is an internal choice. And exercise on the preparation of receipt and payment account can also be asked in 2 or 3 marks. If we discuss about 5 marks question, then you can get one full-fledged question. In that you have to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So this is all about chapter number first, not-for-profit organization, and its importance. Please note it down. The red portion, you will get 100% question from it. Now the second chapter, retirement of a partner. It has weightage of 6 marks in this term 2 exam. One question would be of the 2 marks and one would be of the 5 marks. In the 5 marks, you can get the full question. In that you have to prepare revaluation account, partner's capital account, and maybe they can ask you preparation of balance sheet. But for 2 marks, what can be asked? In the 2 marks, they can ask you the theory questions based on the retirement. They can ask you to find out new and gaining ratio in the retirement, and you must have done the practice for this also. You can be also asked to prepare the revaluation account or any journal entry based on the revaluation account that can be asked. And we all know in the retirement and death, we have to distribute the accumulated profit and reserves among the partners in their old ratio. So question can be asked on that also. One important topic from the retirement is retiring partner's share of goodwill. When any partner retires, then we have to give him share of goodwill. 99% or we can say 100% there are chances of asking questions of goodwill in the retirement and death. But more chances are in retirement, because goodwill is always favorite topic, important topic of CBSE. In the past year's papers, you can see maximum time they are asking about the goodwill. So this is about the 2 marks question. In that you have to prepare these points. But the rare thing you can see, new and gaining ratio and retiring partner's share of goodwill. These are the important topics. In the death of a partner, this time only one question will be asked, and that is also of 3 marks. What can be asked? So same here also, finding the gaining and new ratio. And please note it down, more chances are of finding share of deceased partners share in profit and its entry. When any partner expires or he is died, then in that case we have to give him his share of profit. So that can be asked. So you have to make maximum practice of this. Here also there are chances of asking the goodwill. So this is partner's share of goodwill and its journal entries. These are the 2 important topics from the death of a partner. Other things, same like retirement, they can ask you on the revaluation account, they can ask you on distributing the accumulated profit and reserves. But these two are the very important topics from the death of a partner. Our next chapter is dissolution of a partnership firm. In dissolution of partnership firm, there are two possibilities. They can ask you passing a journal entry, or they can ask you one full-fledged exercise. You can see the allocation of marks. One question would be of 2 marks. In that, they can ask you any journal entry, or theory-based questions can be also asked based on the modes of dissolution. Difference can be there. Difference between the dissolution of the partnership firm and dissolution of partnership. Difference may be on the firm's debt and private debt. Or they can give you some transactions, and based on that, you have to pass the journal entry. And in the 5 marks, we can get passing the journal entries. They may give you 5 transactions and you have to pass the journal entry, or they may give you preparation of realization account. Now here, please keep in mind, more chances are of realization account. In 5 marks, they can ask you prepare realization account. There are more chances of this. So this is an important topic of this dissolution. You will be given one question, and based on that, you have to prepare realization account. If we talk about issue of debentures, so in issue of debentures, we can't say with the perfection, because here one question would be of 3 marks and one question will be of 5 marks. Now in 3 marks, there are so many possibilities. Which are the likely possibilities? They can ask you exercise on the issue of debenture for cash at par, at premium, at discount. You have to pass the journal entry. Or they can ask you the exercise on the issue of debentures for consideration other than cash, in which we buy any business or any asset and we issue the debentures. Or they may ask you to prepare the balance sheet in case of collateral security, issue of debentures as a collateral security, how to present debentures in the balance sheet, that can be asked. And issue of debenture with different terms of redemption, like issue of debentures at par and redeemable at premium, issued at par and redeemable at par. This type of questions may be there, and you must have practiced this also. They can also ask you exercise on writing of discount or loss on issue of debentures and interest on debentures. So these are the important topics. You have to prepare the journal entries. You have to by heart the entries, because in 3 marks, these are the likely possibilities. In 5 marks, this year, they are going to ask you case-based question, in which they will be giving you one paragraph of a particular company and different points regarding the debenture, and they will ask you few questions below that, and you have to answer those questions. So that will become the case-based question. Now the last 2 topics are comparative and common size statement. We have not to discuss so many things about the comparative and common size statement, but the important point is cash flow statement. One question of 5 marks and one question of 3 marks. In that, what can be asked in 2 marks? So please note it down. They can ask you the meaning of different accounting terms in this chapter, like what is cash equivalent. They can ask you what is cash flow statement. Different types of questions can be asked. Or they give you some transactions, 2 transactions they can give you, and they can ask you to decide whether there is an inflow or outflow or no flow of cash. I have highlighted with the red color here. Most likely questions of 2 marks are, you have to decide inflow, outflow, or no flow of cash, and classifying the items into operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity. They can give you the transaction and they can ask you, where will you show it? Whether you will show in the operating, investing, or financing. And we have one question of 5 marks based on the cash flow statement. So this is all about the important topics. At last also, again, I will take now the important point. How to attempt exam to score 90% plus, that is more than 90 marks. These are the important points which you have to take care. Dear student, during exam, you are given 15 minutes to read the question paper. So beta, read question paper very carefully. And while reading only, you decide at the time of this 15 minutes only, you decide which question you have to attempt. You do not have more time. In 2 hours, you have to score 40 marks. So read your question very carefully. Manage your time in solving the exercise. If the question is of 2 marks or 3 marks, then it should be solved within 5 minutes or maybe before that. You have not to give more time in the question of 2 or 3 marks. So manage your time in the examination hall. Otherwise, what will happen? 12 questions are there. You know all the answers, but you can't complete your paper because you have not managed your time. So you have to manage your time. While managing time, we have to also take care of mistakes. We are dealing with the figures. Many times instead of 10,000, we are writing the 1 lakh. Instead of 5,000, we are writing the 500 rupees. So while writing the figures, you have to take extreme care. So your calculation mistakes should not be there. Writing mistakes should not be there in accountancy. Because in examination hall, we have the exam fear also, we have the time limit, and we are writing in such a environment, atmosphere. So these things we have to take care. One important point, you have to prepare your accounting formats very properly. If you are preparing the income and expenditure account, then at the top you have to write income and expenditure account for the year end date, so and so date. Many times what happens, students do not prepare format properly. They do not write expenditure, income, amount, rupees, debit, credit, and they lose their marks. So this should not happen. Prepare your formats, draw your formats with the help of pencil very carefully. And here I would suggest you attempt each question on new page. Try to attempt each question from the new page. Do not think to save the stationery. CBSE has already charged money from you. You can use the pages. Next is, do not forget to give question number and title and heading of the account. Many times we forget to give the question number, so it creates problem. So give this. Your presentation should be very neat and clean. Rough work kindly do not do on the main answer sheet. For rough work, you can use the last page. If any question requires notes, then give the title working note and support your answer with the working notes. And 8 number point you can see here, no friendship in the examination hall. Means you have to concentrate only on your solution. If your friend is there in the examination hall, if he's asking you something, if you want to support, no, just concentrate only on your paper. And at last, you have to see in the last 5 minutes whether you have attempted all the questions or not. Because many times what happens, we forget to attempt some questions. So these are the points which you have to take care. Once again, from all these chapters which we discuss right now, I am giving the very important topics here. And there are 100% chances of questions will be on this. So first of all, how to prepare? So see, from all these 6 chapters, prepare all the journal entries and format. Second thing, for all this chapter, go through all the NCERT illustrations. Make maximum practice in the coming days. You have very few days now. So in this 30 days or 28 days, whichever is left, solve maximum paper. And Goyal Brothers Prakarsan has published accountancy papers. You can buy it from the market and you can make the maximum practice. And it covers all types of questions, which whatever I am discussing right now, all these questions are given in the paper. And for scoring 100% marks, please concentrate on these topics. These are the important topics. If I talk about the NPO, then how to calculate subscription account, cost of consumable items like cost of stationery, cost of medicine, fund-based accounting questions, and preparation of income and expenditure account. In 5 marks, it may come. If we talk about the retirement and death, then in that questions based on finding the gaining ratio and new ratio, and questions based on goodwill in retirement as well as in the death of a partner, and share of profit of a deceased partner. In that we pass the journal entry, if you remember, profit and loss suspense account debit to deceased partner's capital or current account. So how to calculate, make maximum practice of it. In dissolution, there are more chances of asking realization account because we have limited time, 2 hours, and it is of 5 marks. In debenture, we can't say with the surety. You have to go through all the journal entries. But in that, debenture with the terms of redemption, like this, issue of debentures at par and redeemed at par, issue of debenture at par and redeemed at premium. This type of questions are there. So make the maximum practice of it. Comparative and common size statement, 100% any 2 questions will come, and there would be the internal choice and cash flow statement. So these are the important topics which you have to cover. So thank you all. If now students, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Now we can take the doubts. If anybody is having doubts, they can write in the chat box. So sir can read the doubts and we can take it further. Sir, please see your chat box. Can you see any doubts?
Yes, I have opened my chat box.
Yeah, you can please just check it out. That do you have any doubts? So I guess there are no doubts.
No, there is no question from any.
All
student.
right. So we'll take a leave from here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you all the participants, and thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you.